What the heck is going on, guys? It's your guy, Coke or Hector, and we're back at it like a crack addict. And today, we have episode 16. And today, we're here with a very special guest. We're here with a very alternative, with a very fun to be around, and with a very outgoing. I'll let you introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Taylor.
Yes.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I'm 20. I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, no, that's a good start. We actually usually start our podcast with a little bit of an origin story.
All right.
So, for the people watching at home, what is a little bit like about your origin?
I grew up in Batavia, graduated high school in 2023. I've always had, since like high school started, I've had a interesting history with my mental health and all that, and received a diagnosis of borderline personality disorder at like 16, and that's stayed up until now, which like you can't officially get till you're 18, but like it's stayed, so we know what's going on. So it's just kind of been huge, just figuring out all that. And after I graduated high school, I moved out of my parents' house and was just kind of bouncing around trying to figure out a bunch of just where I'm gonna go with my life and what to do next. And yeah, I'm just kind of started figuring that out recently, getting on a path in tattooing. Sorry, I said that super weird.
That's okay.
But yeah, so yeah.
You want to show the camera your tattoos? You're pointing at them.
Yeah, I don't know. So these are more recent. This one is one of my designs. I've been practicing pretty much on myself. Started like a year ago. My whole goal was, as I get better with tattooing and all that, to update the old ones that like this one's gonna get updated soon. This one, the line work used to be super blotchy on, and just kind of as I get better, see all of it, like the progress. Mm-hmm. I have my first actual like booking tomorrow. Ooh. So I'm super excited for that.
Okay.
Yeah. So this person off my Instagram wanted Jerry I think it's Jerry, the land shark, Jeff. It was Jeff, the land shark from Marvel Rivals.
Okay. I've never played that game, but congrats on the first appointment. Tattooing.
Yes.
What inspired you to like want to get into tattooing in the first place, would you think?
I've always been a super artistic person, and that's just kind of always been my biggest way to cope with the issues and stuff I've gone through. Like this character and like that right there. Those were developed when I was a junior in high school, and I took AP art. I believe it was my junior year. That was just kind of like my way to express all the different things I was going through, like eating disorder, addiction, and just my mental health, other issues like depression and all that. It's just into today, my goal is to be able to travel and do like freelance, non-taxable income. I can go wherever I want. I don't have to worry about just regular, I don't know, just hate the idea of living in the suburbs or like a regular life, like society life, I guess. So just being able to go do whatever I want.
Escaping the matrix, so they say.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yup. I feel like I'm on a similar path with that as well, because I was telling you off camera, but like the whole 9-to-5 lifestyle, that world, I feel like it's cool, but it's very traditional.
Yeah.
And I feel like nowadays in our generation, in our culture, it's like very easy to make a income off pretty much anything, like tattooing 100%. Or music or videos, dancing, whatever. And, you know, depending on how you want to live your life, you could stick in that traditional route, which is, you know, pros and cons in itself, or you could expand and kind of do your own business and live off your own talent, your own skill, and not have to depend on the corporations.
Exactly. And like that's really what it comes down to for me. Like, we're the only species out of, like, humans are the only species living outside the, like, life cycle, like the circle of life, just all this new technological advancements and all this stuff going on. It's just, there's a lot of unnatural things going on that have not happened on this earth for how many millions of years, and I just don't think we as a species were made to live like this.
Yeah, facts.
Me personally, I at least know I'm not. So just getting away from that and being able to just remember what it means to be human and just learn everything, I guess.
Yeah, capitalizing off of what you said. It's like humans, right? We have to pay taxes. We have to pretty much pay to live. But you look at a
Stupid.
squirrel, you look at a fish, a bird, any animal that's like living on the earth. They don't have to pay taxes. They don't have to, oh, I gotta pay, you know, for food, or I gotta pay for this and that. Like, they just go out and they hunt and they provide for themselves.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
when we're, like you were saying, we're supposed to be the smartest species, like out of all of them, but like we're in America, we're in debt, you know.
Exactly.
And it's like, damn, the animal kingdom is not like that.
Yeah, and it's hard to think it wasn't designed specifically to end up this way.
Mm-hmm.
Just looking at a lot of patterns throughout history and just looking deeper into who's been in control, like specific like families and like stuff like that, who's been doing specific things and what the outcomes have turned out to be, regardless of how they were fronting it, I guess, or making it seem. It's just very, it's like,
It's like, something's wrong here, something's
yeah.
off, something's
It's like,
backwards.
I'm cooling on all that. Y'all can figure it out.
Oh, yeah.
I'm out of here.
Y'all could be in that game. I'm gonna create my own game.
Yeah.
Is your thinking? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool. I could already tell we're about to go so deep, just like into whatever. But I want to backtrack a little bit before we go super deep. I want to talk about how we met. So, from your perspective, when we first met, what was that like?
Just, I don't know. I was going to, it was like, what, 2 years ago? 2 years ago now?
2, 3
Something like
years
that?
ago,
2, 3
perhaps.
Something like that. You were opening for a Lil Xan concert that I went to. It was like the first time I'd ever seen Lil Xan in concert, because like he had kept me sober. Like some of his stuff had kept, in his story, had kept me sober off certain pills and stuff. So that was just really cool. And then ending up like being able, I think it was like a year later, we actually talked.
We met, you and Lil Xan?
Met. No, like you and I.
Oh, yeah, because I remember we met at a second show.
Yeah, it was at that second
in
show.
Aurora.
So then that was just super duper cool, because I remember thinking like, just like, holy crap, this dude's smile is like infectious when you were like performing.
Yeah.
And just thought you were a really cool, just cool, interesting person to be around, and yeah, just stuff like that. So being able to see you at that second show, which was like at a more intimate setting, because it was a much smaller show.
Yep.
Was really cool. So yeah.
Yeah, that's when we actually started interacting.
Yeah.
Like actually talking face to face. Cause I remember when I was performing, you asked me, you were like, "Weren't you at the Lil Xan show?"
Yeah.
And then I was like, "Yeah," but cause I didn't really like recognize you. Like I've recognized your face, but not really your energy, you know? Cause we never really had that one-on-one chat. But then once I finished performing and we like started talking, I was like, okay, like now it's starting to click back together. And then I actually started to like get to know you. And you're so sweet. Like,
I appreciate that.
When we went to the beach, we hung out another time. Yeah. Like just how you were with the kids and how you were with the friends, like very protective and like you want to make people feel safe.
Yeah.
Is the vibe that I got. And yeah, you know, those were the first 2 times we met, at the Lil Xan show, then the Aurora show. And then we hung out at the beach, like I just said.
Yeah,
you
it
had
was
your
kind of
friends.
just like running into each other. That was super cool too. Cause yeah.
Yeah, it's just super random. Like I went to the beach with my friends and she was there with her friends.
Yeah.
And we're like, wait, what the heck?
I think I know you.
Yeah, And then our groups kind of just merged, and I remember we were like listening to music and just playing in the sand and in the water, and we were playing football. And even when the night happened and the lights came out, just the reflection of the water with the city lights, it was just such a vibe.
Yeah, and I was over in Chicago on Ohio Street Beach a lot this summer. That was like a big thing for me. It was, I don't know, it was just awesome.
Yeah, nice. Okay, so that's just a brief story of how we met, but I actually want to get into it. So we met through music.
Yeah.
Right? So when it comes to music, let's just start simple. What kind of music do you listen to nowadays?
A lot more acoustic music.
Okay.
More of the sort of like punk or like folk punk sort of feel. Just with a lot of music has always been super, super important to me, and just the things I surround myself with, especially music, very much shape my mindset and just my mood and all that. So it's just super important to me. Just play specific music to play the types of music that will help guide me towards the progress I'm trying to make. So just what's really important to me. So a lot of the music I'm just really connecting with is stuff like Apes of the State, Apes of the State, local news legend, just a lot of that stuff, just like folk punk stuff, Sister Wife Sex Strike. There are a lot more more underground bands.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen any of them live?
I have. My friend and one of my best friends and I, Jared, who's actually just starting to enter that scene, Jared Serpentine, just check him out. We went to Pennsylvania. We drove over to Pennsylvania this summer to go see Sister Wife Sex Strike, local news legend, and Apes of the State, and there were a couple more bands at this concert at an alpaca farm. It was really, really cool.
And an alpaca farm?
Yes, it was on an alpaca farm. Yeah.
Whoa. So they were like playing their set and then a random alpaca, which is be like in the background type shit?
Yeah, and before the show actually started, you got to go pet the alpacas and interact with them. Because that individual farm had been hit really hard by, financially by COVID and all of that, and just hadn't really recovered well since. Mm-hmm. So part of that was to just give them more exposure. So, people can, see what's going on with the alpacas. The owners were there talking to everyone, just kind of, see what's going on.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It was really, really cool.
Sounds like a dream experience.
It was very euphoric. Mm-hmm. Definitely core memory helped shape where I'm going today.
Yeah, you said I want more feelings like this.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. And that's what it is, just following the good healthy feelings.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. That's cool. Let's see. Let's keep talking about music. Would you ever do music?
I have thought about it a lot of times. I'm not really musically trained, and I tend to find it easier to create my artistic stuff with my hands.
Okay.
Just more stuff like that. I've dabbled into designing jeans before. My friend Jared, who is getting into that folk punk scene in Chicago, under his band Mom Shed and the name Jared Serpentine individually. He's worn a lot of my jeans just in his shows and stuff. It's just been super, super cool.
Okay.
And just trying to do stuff like that, and I do my own hair. So, I like to work with my hands better. So I find it easier.
So you're really into fashion, is what it sounds like.
Yeah, stuff like that.
Yeah, you put yourself together well.
Thank you.
You have a emo alternative kind of vibe to it, like punk. It's pretty cool, and it's also cool that you just said that you crafted some jeans and someone wore them.
Yeah, that's really cool. He's paid me for a few pairs because he thought they were good enough.
Whoa, yeah. That's cool. Would you ever do accessories or shirts or stuff like that?
100%. I would love to do stuff like that. I just need to get going more with my motivation. There's really nothing stopping me but actually doing it and the motivation.
Yeah,
so.
The energy.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, now that you're picking up tattooing, that's a very ambitious and motivating thing that could snowball
100%
into other things.
100%, and it really is snowballing. So just with also just that specifically, and just motivation in other areas too.
Oh yeah, the motivation is contagious. Because when I first started in my entrepreneur journey, music was my first thing, but then ever since I started to go deeper into my music, I've slowly been evolving into YouTube and video games and just a bunch of whole other things.
Yeah, I've noticed that.
Yeah, and it's just that snowball effect. Started with music, but now it's just growing into a whole bigger thing.
Yeah, it's just really fun to just be able to explore all your different interests.
Yeah, facts. Another topic that we have in common that I want to dive into is WWE. Yes. Oh my gosh. When I found out you knew and loved WWE, I feel like not a lot of people you meet like that. So it's just an instant yo, she's cool as fuck.
No, literally.
What's your opinion on WWE today versus when you first growing up?
I'm so pissed off with what's going on today.
Yeah, versus when you were growing up.
I really don't want I didn't really get into wrestling WWE until it was 3 years ago when I really got into it, and again that was through Jared, who has been a huge friend in my life, huge influential person. Obviously, he got me into it 3 years ago, so it's just been 3 years of absolutely jam-packing how many years of information and shows.
Yeah, the lore.
Oh my gosh, it's absolutely insane. Like I still have Jared logged into my YouTube, and I've like been like, hey, you need to save wrestling videos to my watch later for me to watch.
Yeah, so you can catch
Like
up.
you need to show me help me out with this.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on.
Guide me.
Yeah.
Show me the way.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, Triple Sellout is so stupid.
Triple sellout. Triple H,
hate
she
him
means.
so much. I hate him so much.
How come?
He's just It
Frustrating.
was very clear. Like I mean, I'm gonna say very clear from the beginning. Like I was watching it as Vince was leaving the company because I wasn't really watching as Vince was leaving the company.
Yeah.
But as I was like learning about all that, it just seems very, very clear to me. He was always just going to be the placeholder. He only has that position because he is married to the boss's daughter.
Yeah.
Cheated on China to get with Stephanie McMahon to begin with, which absolutely is infuriating. Like China thought her and Triple H were gonna get married.
Yeah.
And then she ended up passing away of an OD. Like shortly after, a few months after all that. I'm not saying that was exactly because there was obviously tons of other stuff going on in her life, but like, it's like, dude, you suck.
Yeah.
You suck, and your booking is horrible.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so pissed off.
Yeah. You said I prefer how Vince did it.
Yeah.
Even though you watched it a little bit, it was more impactful to you.
It was, but I don't prefer Vince either.
Oh, okay.
It's like, because he's this horrible person.
Yeah.
The stuff that he was able to put out isn't worth what was going on behind the scenes.
Yeah, all the
'Cause
controversies
how
and
many,
stuff.
Exactly. How many wrestlers are literally gone today because of his lack of taking care of them?
Yeah.
And his exploitation of them. Utter, like, complete total, not to mention the other things.
Yeah, it's like they both suck.
Exactly. Like, let's find someone else who can get great storylines. There's gotta be someone else.
Let's have you do it. Yeah, what's like a
Maybe.
storyline off the top of your head you could run with the current wrestlers?
Dominic Mysterio is actually Eddie Guerrero's son. And it's like a whole thing between him and Ray.
Oh, okay. Bringing that up again?
Yeah.
Yep.
I love that so much. Eddie Guerrero. Rest in peace, my man.
Yeah, he's your favorite if I'm not mistaken.
Yep. That's homie right there.
Yeah.
That's my guy.
I have several favorites. I like the Hurricane. I don't know if you know who that is. John Cena.
Yeah.
Of course.
Just an amazing person, too.
Yeah, outside of wrestling. Yep.
Yeah. And it's always awesome when they're a great person outside of wrestling, too.
Let's see, I'll do one more if I'm doing top 3. So Hurricane, John Cena, Brock Lesnar. Yep. You said I don't know about him.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Let's see. What else about wrestling? Would you ever be a wrestler? Like try out or just do it for a day?
I think it would be very fun to be a wrestler in the indie circuit.
Okay, as opposed to
Yes.
the WWE.
I think it is a lot more fun and closer to what the WWF was in the indie circuit. Just like the smaller shows are they're a lot better.
More intimate.
Yeah,
it seems.
they're a lot better. Even like I went to an AEW show. I went to, which one was it? It was the last big belt MJF won.
Okay.
It was in Chicago. I forget which one it was. It was
Yeah.
a little after Christmas.
He recently caught my attention, MJF.
Love him. I love him so much.
I was watching his matches and his promos and his interviews.
He's awesome. I love that he maintains kayfabe.
Yup.
You don't see that very much in wrestlers today. It's always like, oh, here's what's actually going on behind the scenes. And it's like, okay, well, now you've ruined the magic.
Yeah, he keeps the character.
I don't go to see a musical to see all the people backstage what they're doing. Let me see the magic.
Yup.
We all know what this is.
Yeah,
it's sports and entertainment. It's not just sports. It's not just entertainment.
It's both.
Exactly.
Best of both worlds.
Beautiful. I think AEW also is doing it better these days too. So.
Yeah, I was watching like their extreme moments. Oh my gosh, they'd be whipping out like bats with barbed wire on it and spike tables and fire.
It's very reminiscent of ECW.
That's what I was thinking. Yup.
Yeah.
But I was thinking like if I was personally a wrestler, I probably wouldn't want to do that type of stuff. I would more so lean towards the indie or the WWE stuff where they tend to be safer.
Yeah. Let me like there was this one video where this dude was wrestling Jesus. And yeah, the wrestler was like, this other dude was dressed up as Jesus. and he was like, it looked like bro was using the force
Yeah.
to like pick up the other wrestler. It was amazing.
He'd be like,
yeah, he was just
and the wrestler
across
would
the
fall.
ring like that, and then the other wrestler would like jump up on his tippy toes like he was being lifted.
Uh-huh.
It's beautiful.
Wow.
It's beautiful. And then not to mention the Invisible Man matches, where it's literally one person in the ring acting like there's another person. The Sandman is actually, for one of his retirement matches, I'm pretty sure it's going to be an Invisible Man match in an indie circuit. Yeah. Very excited to watch that.
That's funny. I saw one on Instagram the other day where it was like his whole gimmick was a pizza guy. So one of his moves he would take out dough and he would spin it. And then he'd like Kamehameha the fucking dough onto the opponent, and he's like all knocked out and selling and shit.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, I remember when I was younger, I would like be going to my friend's house in the trampoline or my cousin's house in the basement, and we'd be wrestling, or even in the pool to like
That's
fucking
awesome.
headlock or bloody nose or some shit. But we didn't care. We were just
Yeah, I didn't have that experience as a kid, but I have done that with Jared over the last 3 years.
play wrestle.
Yeah, we've booked matches and stuff against each other.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, like straight up like plan them out. Like, okay, so you're gonna do a frog splash here. Okay, you're gonna duck here. Da da da. Like
Oh, the choreography.
clothesline. Yeah, like
uh-huh.
we've set it up, filmed it. It's fun.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Have you watched WWE Unreal, the
I
documentary?
refuse to.
Oh, okay. It kills the magic for
Hate
you.
it. I hate it. And also Triple H produced it, so
Yeah.
it's his baby. So I'm cool.
Yeah, I watched it, and from my experience, because like in my heart, one day I do want to get into it. I
Yeah.
do want to try it,
so-
whether it's like part-time, full-time celebrity match,
Yeah,
full-time,
exactly.
whatever.
Hey, life's a journey. Why not just go along the way? Who
Yup.
like you
But
don't need to do one consistent thing.
facts.
Come on.
But I feel like when I was watching it, I was kind of learning about the business.
Yeah.
And kind of like putting myself in that background.
Yeah.
Like, okay, this is how you should act. This is what you should do. This is who you talk to, kind of thing.
Yeah.
You know?
I bet it's good for like on that aspect. It's really, really helpful. And I feel like just like regular, I don't know, just regular fans on Netflix for regular fans that everyone's just gonna be watching. I don't know. I hate that. I don't like the concept of it.
True. Have you ever been to a live show?
Just the AEW show just
Okay.
after Christmas.
Okay, the one with
Yeah.
MJF.
MJF.
Okay.
Yeah. I forget which one it was. It was like Worlds Collide. I think it was the Worlds Collide
Okay.
tournament. So it was something like that. I forget what it was actually called. He won the belt though.
Yeah, of course. He's
Yeah.
their guy.
Oh my gosh. Jared and I made our signs like back in the day because people aren't really doing that anymore.
Yup, it's
They're
all
really making
just
signs.
phones.
Yeah, it pisses me off. One half of my sign said triple sellout.
Uh-huh.
The other half of my sign said the best MJF will never have and he knows it.
Mm.
Because his whole thing is I'm the best and you know it.
Yup.
So
Yeah, a
I thought
little
that was
play
funny.
onto that.
Yeah,
Yup.
that was funny.
That's cool. I want to stay on the topic of WWE. Oh, I'll tell you about a show I went to. So it was like when I was 13 or 14,
Okay.
and my parents, I think it was for my birthday or Christmas, they surprised me with tickets.
It's awesome.
And it was a house show, but I got to see like Rey Mysterio
Oh,
and
yeah,
Kane
those are
and Drew
awesome.
McIntyre.
Yeah.
And it was so fun. It was so cool. It's just the energy. It's very like, oh, this person is yelling and booing, so I'm gonna do it.
Exactly.
Like, kind of
I
thing,
feel like
you
the
know?
energy is just different in house shows as opposed to like in like the bigger arenas.
Yeah, more freedom. It
Yeah.
seems like.
Yeah, like I don't know. I feel like it would be a lot more. I don't know. It just feels like it would be better, like more energetic, more into it, more like like I don't know the word I'm saying. I don't know what the word I'm looking for is.
Maybe immersive.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like the audience and the wrestlers, like I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like underground shows.
Yeah.
You know, stuff like that.
Yes.
Okay, so let's transition off of WWE, and I want to learn a little bit more about your style and your aesthetic. So, I used some adjectives to describe it earlier. Do you feel like you've always kind of had this style, like since you were younger, or this is new?
I feel like when I was younger, I didn't really. I don't know. It's really hard to answer because when I was in high school, in high school, I went throughout a bunch of different styles. Did full hippie for a while, for a few months, and then it was super emo for a bit, and then like Euphoria came out, and I was doing more like if Euphoria and all the e-girl stuff was going on, so then I went more into that sort of style, and I feel like today and over the last few years, it's kind of been meshing all of that together.
Yup.
And then more so in these last few months, I've been figuring out how to dress for me and just how I want to look, as opposed to how I think I should dress so that other people aren't judging me in a way or something like that.
Yeah, dressing with another person's point of view in mind, but now you're like, I'm gonna dress from my own point of view.
Yeah, so it's just still keeping that same like basic style essence, I guess, but just kind of like altering it, I guess. You know what I mean?
Yup,
Yeah.
adding your own little sauce to it, blending all your inspirations together.
Yeah.
That's a good way to do it.
Yeah.
Nice. You mentioned you had a hippie era. What was that like?
I did. Oh, that was
Were you
really...
like meditating and stuff?
Yes.
Sun gazing?
Meditating. I was doing a lot of yoga.
Okay.
I bleached my hair with, oh, it was so stupid. My mom wouldn't let me bleach my hair, so I have naturally blonde hair.
Okay.
So I wanted it a little lighter though, so I used hydrogen peroxide and baking soda and laid in the sun for like an hour.
That sounds
fried
dangerous.
my hair.
Yo.
Horrible. Fried my hair.
Uh-huh.
But it was lighter and it was beautiful.
Yo.
It was like Stevie Nicks sort of color when she was in the 70s.
Okay.
And then I was like, it was a lot longer than my hair and just long in one length. So I cut my hair into like her 70s style fringe bangs. That was the first time I really cut my hair. So that was really cool. Yeah, it was really interesting. It's also when I started smoking and stuff like that. So just a lot of being outside and trying to get into more of the hippie culture and a lot of like psychedelic culture and the more like, I don't know, just like the thought processes of it. Of
Expanding
stuff like that.
your mind.
Yeah, and just like more of the like also like the philosophies of that sort of thing, of that sort of culture, as opposed to just the things they would do. If that makes sense.
Yeah, yup. Their mindset.
Yeah.
I also had a hippie phase myself about maybe 2020, 2021.
Yeah, it would have been around that time for me too.
Yeah, just like the world's going to shit. I'm a hippie now, guys. I would be literally like outside, sun gazing, meditating, gaining energy from the sun and grounding with the earth. Just no socks, no shoes.
Yup,
Feet
there's a lot of
planted
that.
with the grass. Yup. And then I would have crystals.
Yep,
and
I had some of those.
Yup, and I would go to like a Reiki specialist, and she'd be like, "Let me activate and cleanse your chakras," and all that type of stuff, and just being out in nature walks, hugging a tree, like all
Did your
that.
chakras feel activated though?
I think so because
Did you feel a difference, or do you think it was placebo?
Well, I'll dive deeper into that because I feel like when she did that for me, I feel like it kind of opened up my emotions more. So a lot of the stuff that I was holding on to, realizing or not realizing, it all just kind of came to the surface.
Yeah.
And I would like notice myself crying more. And that was me basically like spiritually
That's cool.
detoxing
Yeah,
like
that's
all the
cool.
fucking the bullshit that I've been holding in.
Yeah.
And once I like let it all out, like I felt like lighter.
100%.
You know, like I felt like, the person I was and how I treated other people, like I gotta make up for that. I gotta apologize. I gotta repent.
Yep.
You know, I gotta like stop doing these certain habits and start doing these habits. And it was just kind of like snowballed, you know, into like the character who I am today. Because she can even attest to me, my sister behind the camera. Like when I was younger in high school, like sophomore, junior year, even graduating, like I was an asshole. Like I was a jerk. But now it's like, I don't know, I feel like I spread kindness and good vibes, and you know, it's not always la laughs and giggles. There's dark stuff that happens in life too, but I feel like my mind has kind of matured and evolved to where I could handle that with a smile, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, and less just anger and stuff. I 100% relate to that. I feel like I've been going through that over the last few months, just kind of I don't know, like I guess you call it kind of like an ego death over like specifically the last like few weeks, just a lot more emotions and just super like a lot more emotional and crying over the few months like before that. What I would say when I experienced that, because there was a lot of other stuff that told me, okay, I think this is what's going on. So just crying at every emotion felt super big. If I got too happy, crying. Too sad, crying. I'm angry, I'm crying. I'm overwhelmed, I'm crying. If like something's super funny, I'm crying. And it's like, what is going on here? So like that was like the few months before that. And then over like the last like 2 weeks, I would say, I've just been a lot of like reflecting and thinking, and just really getting to that point. This has been a point where I like been trying to get to. Just that better person, because I was not the best person in high school.
Yeah.
Like, I will 100% admit that. Like, there was stuff going on, and I did not react or handle any of that well. And 100% instigated and snowballed and made a lot of stuff worse. So it's just now trying to navigate mending all of that and figuring out, okay, how do I fix this? How do I be who I am and know how do I fix all these past bonds without allowing how they might view me because of past experiences to affect me now, because I know that's not me now, and that's so super valid of them to feel, because they still need to see that change in me consistently. Super get that. So it's just trying to figure that all out too.
Yeah, very true. It's kind of like how do I say this? Like amending your own karma. You know, it's like I did so much
100%
bullshit in the past, and now I want to change. But in order to change, I gotta like kind of iron out that past karma.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, and I don't know. I feel like I've just been seeing the effects of that lately. Just in the way, like over the last like week or so, like tons of individual blessings have just been coming into my life that I'm super super grateful for, and I see that it's all like these are the results of how hard I've been working over the last like year and a half, I would say, actually working really hard. Because you're gonna say you're working for a bit, but you're not. I'm working really hard, I'm doing all the things, but I wasn't actually at the very beginning. So just kind of seeing the effects and just enjoying the fruits of my labor is just really really cool and super motivating to keep going as well.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's just like once you see a little bit of growth in one area, it's like, oh, I want to keep going, and then, oh, I'm pretty grown here, let me see what happens if I move that energy to this area of my life.
Yeah. It's also just hard feeling like I'm not where I'm supposed to be. Like, okay, I'm getting there, but I want it fixed now.
Yeah.
Like, yes, progress is being made. I shouldn't expect to be there now. I shouldn't expect to be where I want to be today. Like, I'm doing all the things I can be doing at the pace that I'm, like, I should be, I feel.
Yeah.
With what I have going on.
God's plan, God's timing.
Exactly. Whatever God or you believe in, that timing.
Yup. Facts. Very true. So I want to dive deeper into some of your creative habits. I've noticed, because your Instagram, you have poetry, and then you do like art, like painting and stuff. So let's start with poetry. Where do I want to start? What kind of poetry do you do? Is it like more sad? Is it more happy? Like
I started doing it in like my junior and senior year of high school. Again, it would just help me figure out all the stuff going on in my brain. So then it was more, back then I guess, it would be more of a sad, depressive sort of, like sad, depressive, and reflective sort of thing. But now I feel it's more like, I've recently got back into doing it because I wasn't doing it for a while. But I've recently gotten back into it. It's more, I guess it's just more reflective just on things, just like the state of the world and the life, I guess.
Yeah. Just letting those thoughts flow.
Yeah. I mean, I've been trying to get into a more reflective state of mind and just trying to just be in the moment, because I'm super constantly I've always been worried about what's going on next, what I have to do next, and that would take away from what I was doing then, because I'd be super anxious. Okay, well, I have work later, or I have to go to school later, or I have to do this later, so then I can't enjoy what's going on now. So just working on that.
And that's how it starts, like just being aware of it.
Yeah.
Like asking, like, oh, I feel that feeling, why do I feel that feeling?
Yeah.
Where does that feeling come from? And then just kind of getting to the root of that. And I feel like once you talk through a lot of things within yourself, whether you just talk to yourself or you write it or you put it in some sort of outlet, it's like once you get to that own inner answer, it's just kind of like a weight off your shoulders.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Okay, so you do the poetry, and then as far as the paintings, the style that I've noticed, if I could describe it, it's very like sensual, more so like body appreciation, body awareness, like that's kind of the vibe I was getting.
That's been a lot of the stuff I've been diving into.
Yeah. Is that what that is? Just body appreciation?
Just I don't know. Just I've always had a huge just artistic appreciation for the way certain things are formed and certain things look just in nature too. I don't post all the stuff that I do. A lot of the stuff that I have posted in the past have been female figures.
But you do some like cartoon faces, I've noticed as well too.
Yeah, a lot of that, and just trying to, I don't know.
Yeah. It sounds like it's a hobby that like you did at one point, but you don't really do it too much now.
Yeah, I wasn't really doing any of my hobbies for a while. I was just kind of like struggling mentally and not really putting my energy into the activities I should have been doing, or that would have been more productive for me in that time. But trying to get more into that now, it's been more of like more like, I don't know, it's like punk. I don't know what you would call that style, like that style specifically, like more like alternative style of drawing, I guess you would say.
Yeah, so in a way it came back, the painting and the poetry together in the form of tattooing. Yeah, so it just came back but from a different angle. So it sounds like that's kind of always something that you've had on your heart. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so I want to get into this juicy topic. I want to talk about drugs and substances.
Yeah.
So I'll put my cards on the table. Me, what I do is I smoke weed, and then I'll do psychedelics. That's kind of like my kick, so to say. I'll talk about a mushroom trip that I've had before. So my last mushroom trip, it was like several years ago, but I remember I was out in the backyard and I had the mushroom cap. It was about 2 grams. And I just ate it raw, just like no sandwich, no tea, nothing, just ate it raw. And I was looking at the sun while I was doing it, so it was a beautiful experience. And I remember at one point, because fairly recently after this experience, my dog passed away. So I feel like I thought I healed from it, but the mushrooms, obviously it brings up like a lot of emotions. So like one of the first things that I experienced was like grief from that experience, like losing my dog. So once I got like that beginning crying out the way, it's kind of like now I was peaking. Like that beginning crying portion was like, okay, Hector, we're gonna strap you down before we put on the rocket, and then the rocket's gonna blast off, and then you're peaking, right? So when I was peaking, I was just playing this one video game. It's called High on Life. Not that game. It was called We Happy Few.
Okay.
Yup, and the whole art style, it's like 80s, kind of trippy, psychedelic.
I love that.
So I was playing the perfect game, and I couldn't even do missions. I was literally just walking down the street. I was like, oh my gosh, this is so overwhelming but crazy.
Like, whoa.
Yup, and the whole screen was just like melting, like liquidy, breathing. And what else did I do? I watched Batman. And overall, it was just a great trip, you know. And I've had trips where like they're scary or shitty, but that was just like a moment, like a great trip that I just wanted to share.
Love that.
Yeah, have you ever tripped?
I have. In the past, or today, I only smoke weed and do mushrooms.
Okay.
My last trip was actually yesterday.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
a
I
mushroom
tripped
trip.
yesterday morning. Yes.
Okay, cool.
That's all I really do anymore. I only really do mushroom trips every once in a while, like when I feel like I'm coming to a big point of change in my life, and it just either mentally or physically, and it just helps me reassess what's going on and figure out where I need to go next and get that motivation to go there. Because sometimes I feel like I'm just blocked. It's like, okay, I know what I need to do. I know what I should be doing, and I can't get myself to do it. And then when doing the trip forces me to deal with those emotions that I'm not allowing myself to, and forces me to feel all these things that I don't want to, but I need to move on with my life.
Yeah, it shows you who you are. It's like, this is the mirror. Look at you.
Exactly. It's so it's always a very intentional spiritual thing for me.
Yep.
So like the beginning part was super scary, I'm not gonna lie. Like it sucked.
Of the trip yesterday?
Yes.
Okay.
I had like 5 grams and I made it into a tea. I didn't drink all of it. I had like half it, so I guess like 2.5 grams.
Okay.
But when you make it into a tea, it does make it a lot more potent. It's just more fun. I think it's easier to take that way for me. So I think I accidentally took a little too much, but I knew what was going on, and I also know how to trip, I guess, because I've the last few weeks before this, before yesterday, I was really setting up my intentions and mindset to be able to do what I need to be able to know what I'm supposed to be doing and what I want to be getting out of this while I'm tripping.
Yeah, true.
So it's just been a lot of informative videos about tripping and different mindsets and stuff like that.
Doing your research.
Yeah, like there's this one YouTuber, Dakota of Earth, that I've been watching, and also your mate Tom. They're really, really interesting. They're just super, super interesting. So just watching a lot of their stuff, because they explore a lot of psychedelic culture and different spiritualities and stuff like that. So being able to set my mindset and like superset them ahead of time I feel it was really important, because while I was going through all that scary stuff at the beginning, it's like, okay, well, I know what's going on now. It's like, okay, this sucks, and I want these feelings to stop, and I know they're necessary. I know what's going on. I need to feel this and figure out what I'm feeling and what's going on. And then at the end, I was peaking, and once I started like peaking, it was really, really good. And I was that feeling of lightness, and just like a lot of emotional baggage that I've been carrying around with me is just gone. It's like, okay, well, I've dealt with that. I'm cool.
It's gone.
It's like, I'm cool.
Out of your hands.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then once you just feel more light, it's almost like you want to spread that, because you feel more love, right?
Yeah.
You're more light, you're not as heavy, you feel more love, you feel more energy because you can hold more, and it's like you just want to spread that to those around you.
Exactly.
It's kind of how I perceive it.
Exactly. That's exactly how I feel afterwards, and just like I'm waking up and rejoining the world again, sort of.
Yeah, the world has color again.
Yeah, it's like, oh, holy shit, I just woke up. It's a really cool feeling.
I'll tell you about a bad trip that I had. So this was I was tripping on acid, on LSD, and I was with a group of friends, and we were just hanging in my friend's basement, just not really doing anything, playing video games, talking. And at first the trip was really good, like a lot of laughing, a lot of jokes. And then my friend, the host of the house, he was like, we should watch a scary movie. And we're all just kind of like talking amongst ourselves, I don't know if that's a good idea, or what movie.
It's not a good idea.
And then my friend, he was like, oh, we should watch Hereditary. Do you know that movie? Hereditary? So he's like, we should watch Hereditary. And then my friend, the host of the party, he was like, oh, is it scary? And then my friend who brought it up, he was like, yeah, I mean, it's kind of fucked up. And my friend, the host, he was like, okay, let's watch it. So he's like, okay, let's watch it. So in order to like immerse the experience, we're in his basement. There's probably like 5 or 6 of us.
Horrible.
He's like, let's turn off the lights, guys.
No, that's horrible.
Yeah, so he turned off the lights, and we're just sitting in his room in the dark, and we're watching Hereditary. And we're like in the scene where the girl's like head gets chopped off because she's driving and she's sticking her head out. And at that moment, it was just like seeing her carcass, her face, and it was just like with the acid visuals. Oh my god, I swear,
so messed up.
It was crazy. It was like very traumatizing. Even though it was a movie, it was like still very traumatizing to see in that state. And to make it worse, I specifically was like next to his door. And the door was open, so in the outside it was just like a dark ass hallway.
No.
So I swear I could be like, yo, what was that? Did I just see something? Did I just hear something? Just like tweaking out in the corner. And then once the movie was done, we all left. We all just went home, right? And then I'm like tripping, just looking over my shoulder the whole time as we're driving. And then I think my mom, she saw me and she's like, "Are you tripping?" And then she got mad that I was tripping, so she was kind of giving me like a lecture while I'm holding all this trauma.
Someone who's actively tripping. Wait till the trip is over.
I don't think she knew, in her defense, how to handle that. But it was just it was like a heavy day. It was just like a crazy day. Sat through the whole movie. And then just, oh my gosh, went to sleep.
Definitely a learning experience.
I was like, okay, psychedelics and scary movies, nope.
Don't mix.
Do not mix. Yeah, it's all about the mindset and the setting. Like, how's your 100%. Mind that day, and what are you surrounding yourself with,
Yes, 100%.
Yeah, watch some SpongeBob or watch some old school cartoons.
Be outside, have a window open.
Listen to music, something.
Exactly.
What kind of cartoons are you into? Cartoons like little kid ones
South
when you were
Park.
younger?
Oh, when I was younger, no.
Uh-huh.
A lot of Powerpuff Girls.
Okay.
What else did I watch? Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Ooh.
Crash Box.
I don't know
if
what
you've
that
ever
one
seen
is.
that
No.
one. It was an old PBS kid. It was like it was a really old educational one I really liked. It was HBO. What about HBO?
Yeah.
It was an HBO show. It was super awesome though. What else did I watch? I'm trying to remember.
Yeah.
My Little Pony. It's
Okay. Bratz. I feel like you'd watch Bratz.
I did not watch Bratz.
No.
No.
What about like the Halloween interpretation of Bratz? I forget what it was called. No. Okay.
I saw like a lot of Monster High. It was a lot of Monster
Okay,
High,
that's the
Ever
one,
After
yep.
High,
Uh-huh.
and what's the other one? The old Barbie movies.
Oh.
The old Barbie movies,
Mm-hmm.
not like the new stuff like a Barbie pre-Barbie and the Pop Star, Princess and the
Okay.
Pop Star.
Mm.
Everything before that.
Yup. Okay. See, I was more into like Dragon Tales on Channel
That's
11 or
awesome.
Arthur, SpongeBob, Fairly Odd Parents.
Yeah, I watched that one too.
I'll still watch kid shows even
Oh,
nowadays.
same. Some of them
Yup.
still go crazy.
Just to connect with my inner child for
Yeah.
a moment. I remember not too long ago I was watching Sesame Street with my mom.
Yeah.
And it just brought me back to like 6 years old, cereal before school, elementary school, just like in that phase.
It's so much fun. I do that with the Backyardigans sometimes.
Oh yeah, that was another good one.
That was, awesome.
Oh,
Do you have a
man.
favorite episode of Backyardigans that you remember?
Yeah, one that comes to mind right now was they were like spies and they were doing like a heist in a
That's
museum
a
or
good
something
one.
like that.
I love that one. Mine was
Uh-huh.
the Samurai Pie.
Oh, I don't remember that one. Tell me about it.
So they were like, who was it? It was Tyrone
Mm-hmm.
and Austin were
Yeah.
samurais. Austin was training to be a samurai.
Okay.
Okay, but they're like samurai pie makers for the queen.
Okay.
Okay, and Tasha was the queen. Or the empress. It was
Yup.
empress, not queen.
Okay.
And then you have Pablo and Uniqua, who are ninjas.
I'm impressed you know all the names. I
I
would have
love the
fumbled
show.
that.
So good. They're ninjas, and they spend the whole episode trying to get the pies that the samurai pie makers are making for the empress.
Okay. Wow.
It's awesome.
That sounds complex.
It
Like
is
a
a
lot on their
wonderful
plate.
episode.
Uh-huh. Do you remember the Wonder Pets?
I do remember the
Yeah.
Wonder Pets.
I don't remember like specific episodes, but I just remember like they were in the classroom. It was
Yup.
kindergarten. The phone is ringing.
Yup.
We'll be right there. There's an animal in trouble somewhere. Yo.
Yup.
That was
That
hard.
show was awesome.
Someone's got to sample that.
You have to sample that.
Yeah, right.
You mean someone.
Yo, it's just me sampling it. Dibs. Oh man.
No one else can take the idea.
What other shows? There's so many good shows. I feel like the shows nowadays they don't
Suck.
have the soul, the substance that we had when we were growing up.
It's no spirit.
Yup.
They're like the shows we were watching. I feel like even though they were like 2D shows, they're like 3-dimensional in spirit.
Yeah.
The shows
Because
today,
they were hand drawn.
2-dimensional in spirit.
Yup. A lot of the earlier shows are like hand drawn, and now they just use the CGI.
Yeah, and also like the scripting for a lot of them. Like,
Uh-huh.
where's the deeper meaning?
Yeah. Where's the moral of the story?
Exactly.
Yeah.
What are we taking away from this episode to be better as kids? What are we doing?
Another good one. This one was more live action, but Ned's Declassified School
I
Survival
didn't
Guide.
actually watch that one.
Really?
I didn't watch that one.
Whoa. Well, it was basically each episode was like a different topic of high school.
Okay.
Like, how to be popular, how to not get bullied,
that's
how to
fun.
do your homework properly.
That's fun.
Yup. And it was always like a comical angle.
I liked Ant Farm a lot.
Okay.
Yeah, that was like they had like. Did you watch Ant Farm ever?
They were like musicians, right?
Yeah,
like,
it was
talented.
for special whatever special talent.
Yeah,
it
China
was.
Ann McClain. She
That was
was
a
in
good
it.
one.
Yup.
It's a good one.
I have one of her songs on my playlist. The monster one. It was like a
Yes,
Halloween
Calling
one.
All the Monsters.
Yeah, uh-huh.
That's
Yes.
an awesome one.
Have
on
you
my
s-
Halloween playlist.
Yeah. Have you seen Zack and Cody or like Hannah Montana?
I did not watch those. My mom wouldn't allow me.
What? She wouldn't allow you to watch Zack and Cody.
She didn't let us watch SpongeBob either. She
What?
wouldn't let us watch shows she didn't want to watch.
What?
She didn't want to hear it in the background. We weren't watching it.
Oh, okay.
Once I found out that was the reason I couldn't watch SpongeBob, I then proceeded to go find the worst show ever that she would probably hate, which was Uncle Grandpa.
Okay.
And watch that all the time, which
don't
is
know what that is.
miles worse than
Yeah.
SpongeBob. It's just so stupid.
Oh, man.
It was like the first brain rot show I'd say. It is so dumb.
Going back to South Park, because I like South Park as well. One of my favorite episodes is when they go to the pool and everyone is like peeing in the pool. Everyone's peeing in the pool, and eventually the pee, like, it's too much for the pool to handle, so the whole world is just pee.
Yeah, that was funny.
I
liked when Cartman had the whole class cheat on one of their tests. It was like Mr. Garrison was taken out as a teacher or whatever, so Cartman had to be a substitute or whatever for the day for some stupid reason. He was picked by Principal Victoria. And they cheated. They 100% cheated. But then, because they all passed that test, Cartman was chosen to go teach inner city kids.
Oh, no, yo.
And then he had his whole Mr. Cartmenes moment. That was a good one.
Yeah, that was based off a real movie, I believe.
That's part of why I thought it was funny.
Yeah.
Because I saw that movie, and I was like, dude.
Yeah, he's always like, how do I reach these kids?
It's like, this is so messed up, but Cartman would. Like, this is so Cartman.
Yeah. Another episode I like is when they were also pretending to be ninjas. They got like a bunch of real like sharp ninja gear from like a a flea market.
Yeah, they got Butters in the eye.
Yo, they were playing in the backyard and Kenny threw it and hit Butters in the eye for real. And he's just crying out loud. I was dying laughing when I saw that for the first time.
That was a good one. Their Lord of the Rings episode where they accidentally had the porno tape. From their parents, whatever, they had to like return it for some reason. It was like Lord of the Rings. It was the One Ring.
Dang.
That's what they equated it to in the show. That was really fun. That was really good.
Yeah. Another one that comes to mind is the World of Warcraft episode.
They're all awesome.
Yeah. Just South Park in general. It's just fire.
Fabulous show. We could go back and forth with this. I feel.
Do you like Family Guy as well?
I was more of an American Dad watcher.
Okay, I never really saw too much about that.
I didn't see too much Family Guy.
Oh, okay. That's funny. Yeah, we could talk about shows all day.
It's so good.
But instead of talking the shows, let's talk about friends. I want to learn more about your friend circle. So what are they like nowadays?
I've distanced myself lately from a lot of people who are like heavy alcohol drinkers and like partiers, because I know that I very much am the people I surround myself with, and I tend to chameleon with those people, I guess. I know myself by now. I know that, and I did not like myself and who I was when I was around those people, and just a lot of the things they said and did I didn't actually really appreciate unless I was drunk. That's the only time I would appreciate it, or like it's like, okay, if I have to be drunk to hang out with you and interact with you, I don't think this is working. So since I've stopped drinking, it's just pretty much two of my friends I've had for a long time, Sophie and Jared. I met Sophie in a treatment center back in my junior year of high school. She doesn't drink either. She's like 3 years sober, just super amazing. She's awesome, super big motivator, and just someone I look up to. She's an amazing person. And just pretty much them, RJ, and just one of my other friends from my past, and starting to like get to know and meet new people and reconnect with other people from my past who I might have lost contact with along the way through my bad decisions and me changing and being not the best person. So just kind of figuring all that out, but mainly just focusing on what my progress and what I have going on, because that's just a lot better for me right now. Yeah,
true. And I feel like once you improve yourself and like other qualities about you change, and the aura, like the energy around you changes, like the people around you change as well.
100%, and that has definitely been happening.
Oh yeah.
I just feel like I have a lot of progress to make right now, and I don't have a ton of time to make a lot of friends currently.
Oh yeah.
And like I just stopped being friends with a lot of people that I used to be for specific reasons. So I don't really feel like it's worth it to be going out, doing all this stuff, because I'm working on my progress right now, and because I'm also working, like I have a day job that I work Friday, Saturday, Sunday at Goodwill, to be able to pay for the tattoo stuff and work towards. I'm saving up for a car right now, so all that, just really focusing on all that's been the best thing for me.
Yeah, Goodwill. My parents and my sister, they like to go thrifting.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
We're not supposed. Yeah. Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, the last time I went to Goodwill, I bought this big coat, and it has like the little fur like hood.
Yeah.
I always liked those coats, and when I saw it, I was like, "What? $16? Man, I don't
Awesome.
even." Yeah.
It's good stuff. We're not allowed to spawn camp any of the clothing though.
Oh no.
It has to be on the floor for a minimum of 30 minutes before we can purchase it.
Yeah, yeah. Do you sometimes have to like fight your coworkers? Not like physically, but like I'm gonna get that before you kind of thing.
Not really, because
No?
like I'm pricing all the clothing.
Oh,
So,
okay.
like I'm pricing the clothing, so if I see something that I really like that that comes across my table as I'm pricing it, I'll just put it out 30 minutes before my shift ends.
Oh, okay.
So like it's out there for 30 minutes. It's like customers have that full 30 minutes to go find that item and check that
Yep.
out. Like
Fair
I'm
play.
following the rules.
Fair play, fair play. Yeah, you find a lot of hidden gems there. I remember I went to Plato's Closet and I found these pair of like white jeans, just like all white. And whenever I wear them, I feel more like a pop star.
Like some 2000s Justin Bieber.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
You gotta get that. What outfit did he wear? I think of that like. Didn't he wear like white jeans with like a purple hoodie? I feel like that was
Purple
like
hoodie
a
with the
big.
hat.
I think that was a big Justin Bieber outfit.
Yeah,
Should recreate that.
I should recreate that.
Sample an old Justin Bieber song. Wear that for a music video.
There you go. It's like bringing some nostalgia, but adding some new stuff to it as
There you
well.
go.
You know.
Exactly, and only like real fans would be able to like see
To see
that.
it.
Yeah.
Yep.
If you know, you know.
There you go.
Little Easter egg.
Once you're gone, Justin Bieber type beats. Listen to a bunch of them. Yeah, no, that's how I find a lot of my beats.
Yeah.
Is I'll go on YouTube and I'll just find like type beats. You know, a lot of producers will put their stuff online, and I'll buy the lease, you know, to rent it or to have the exclusive. Or sometimes I'll be
There's
like,
a lot of free ones on there, isn't there?
yeah, a lot of them don't even charge.
Yeah, because I've been friends with a lot of people who like do their it's like was it Bandcamp or BandLab or whatever.
Yep,
The thing is that's what my friends use. I don't know if you use that. Yeah, they've gone to YouTube for the type beats.
Yeah, oh yeah. Another way I'll do it is I'll have producer homies,
Okay.
and then they'll just send me like beats over my email, like a
It's
little
like,
pack.
hey, I need you to make me this.
Yeah,
Get on this.
Oh yeah. Okay, I want to stay
Got a
on the
blunt for you when you're done.
yeah. I want to stay on the topic of friends and your social circle. If you're comfortable, both of you guys, I want you to talk more about RJ because he is your boyfriend, right?
Yes, he is.
Okay. How did you guys meet?
We met at one of these last places I was staying before I went back to my parents' house, which is where I'm staying right now, while RJ and I are saving up, waiting to get to a new apartment. Should be in a few months here. So this last place I was at, he was also staying there. Just horrible place. Not very many good people. They stole a lot of stuff from me, and then it was not a very good place to be in. So then we ended up going back over to my parents because I was having a lot of issues with my parents, like per the high school stuff, because a lot of up and down relationship. Everything's stuff obviously getting fixed now that we're living there. Or we wouldn't be living there.
Yeah, true. Some peace between you,
Yeah.
some truce.
Yeah, exactly. Just figuring all that stuff out. So we met there, and then all that stuff started getting really bad with the people there. It just wasn't safe. We ended up moving back to my parents' house, so it's pretty much that.
Okay. What would you say is like one of the main things that drew you to RJ, like relationship wise?
I feel like he's very similar. His story is very similar to mine. Like, we haven't gone through a lot of the exact same things, and the different traumas and things that we have both gone through have affected us in very similar ways, and to make us into someone who would have protected younger us. You know what I mean?
Yeah, true.
Because I feel like trauma takes people one of two ways. I just super caring and empathetic person. Just very understanding and wanting to understand my mental health and my issues, because with my borderline personality disorder, that does affect my relationships a lot. And him just displaying a wanting to get to know how to help me with that.
How to maneuver.
Exactly, and be able to maneuver a relationship with me specifically, and vice versa, obviously, me with him. It's just very awesome and something I haven't really experienced. Just feeling like he's my personal cheerleader. He genuinely wants me to be me and amplifies me. In the past, I've felt like relationships have tried to muffle me. People I've been with have like tried to make me less of myself or more to whoever they want me to be.
Mm-hmm.
So just feeling that complete opposite and acceptance, unconditional love is just like pretty much like right off the bat on a platonic level. Helped to develop into a romantic level very quickly.
Yeah. Just piggybacking off of what you said, it sounds more like he's clearing up the picture for who you really are to amplify the good parts, because you said other people try to like muffle or like suppress it. He's like, nah, I'm trying to push you up, you know. Embrace it.
And it's just really cool to have that, and also have someone that I want to do that and can do that with. So
okay, cool. So the last topic before we close out is I always like to end on the topic of gratitude. So right now, currently in your life, what are some things that you are grateful for or appreciative of?
I am incredibly grateful for the chance that I had to fix the relationship and issues I've had with my family, like my parents and sisters, and just them being open to that and that happening, and just seeing how much better all that is and just being able to experience that. Super incredibly grateful for that. My two friends, Jared and Sophie, who have stuck with me. They're my longest friends of 4 years each. Incredibly grateful for them and just all the opportunities I'm being given lately, and RJ as well, to help. Because, I don't know, I feel like without him, I wouldn't be able to have the complete and total, like, I don't know, it's easier to figure stuff out. You know, when there's someone to help you be like, okay, well, you need to calm, like help you slow stuff down, because stuff gets really fast in my brain sometimes, and just
kind of just like an easy nudge,
like, hey,
go that way,
slow down. It's like, hey, slow down.
There you go. Keeps you grounded. Heck yeah. Okay, anything on your mind, any topics you want to talk about before we start closing up?
I don't really have anything right now.
All right, any shout outs, closing statements, last words?
Shout out to Hector here for allowing me on the podcast and having me or inviting me. That's been awesome.
Thank you for coming.
I was going to say, because when did you first ask me? It was a few months ago.
I think so,
something like that. And I wasn't able to get out here. Cause
schedules got complicated. It'd be like that.
Yeah, and I wasn't where I am right now, so I wasn't able to get out here car-wise. So thank you for figuring that out. And this is awesome.
Yes, thank you for coming. Everybody, I'm going to put her Instagram. You can see her art. You can see her journey if you want to keep up and stay in tune with her. And episode 16, Taylor, everybody. Woo! Yes, thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me.
And that's a wrap.